Tales from the Crypt, Season 4, Episode 3, On a Dead Man's Chest, has nothing to do with dropping logs. This one starts out with the intro. I can't believe it. And then we see the Crypt Keeper. He's dressed up like Elvis, doing Elvis shit, marrying underage ladies. You can't even call them ladies because they're underage. What the fuck, Elvis? Mm, shame. Anyways, we get into the story. On a dead man's chest. This is the tattoo one. It has some guy in it, Tia Carrera from old Wayne's World, and Heavy D's in it, sans the boys. Instead of the boys, he has a couple topless ladies with him in this one, so good for him. And then, it's directed by the same dude who directed the hit motion picture Jade, William Friedkin. So it starts out with it's supposed to be this big band. They're coming home to LA after 2 years of being on the road in Europe and shit touring. They're finally back to LA to play their home crowd. Woo! And they're called the Exorcists. You get it? Anyways, the lead singer's not happy that the guitar player got married because he doesn't like the wife. They kind of get into it. It turns out they're all living in the same house for some weird reason. And, the lead singer's just a real fucking jerk. He's just being a dickhead, making her feel like a piece of shit. Uh, they don't go into it, but I'd have to assume that the lead singer has some kind of major problem to where he can't like maintain his own home or be by himself or something, handle his finances. So he has to live with these people, but he does. So dude's backstage, the lead singer, and there's a couple sluts back there. One really rough looking one, and this other one, and she just got this new tattoo on her tit. So he shows the dude. She's like, "Hey, take a closer look, honey." So he fucking does, and it's a tattoo of a snake that a little snake tongue pops out at him. He goes, "Holy, oh Jesus, where can I get me a tattoo like that comes to life and shit?" And she said, "All right, I'll tell you, but you gotta fuck me first." So then it like hard cuts to this dude's rump on a mattress on the floor, thrusting back and forth into this lady. Oh, William Freakin', I can't believe you're the same director that made Cruisin'. Mm-mm-mm. So he goes to get the fucking tattoo, and it's old Heavy D. He's the tattoo artist, and he does like traditional tattoos, and I guess it's traditional in the art sense, but I'm talking traditional, like he's going ping, 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 ping with a fucking like a chisel and hammer and shit. He's looking at all the garbage ass tattoos that the singer has on. He's like, "Oh, look at this bullshit, just getting drunk. The garbage people will put on their bodies." And boy, I know that game. So, the singer's like, "Hey, I want a fucking tiger because ride the tiger." Ah! It's like, "Fuck you. You don't get to pick it. I rub you up and shit, and then your skin picks it." So, long story short, he ends up getting a fucking dragon tattoo with his buddy's wife's face, Tia Carrera, because, oh, that's what gets under his skin. I guess snakes got under the other lady's skin. I guess. Anyways, he's fucking freaking out, and it makes him even nuttier that he has this broad's face on his chest now. So he decides to kill her. The fucking dragon tattoo fucking rips out of his chest, and it's like a dragon monster attacking him. Ooh. They're tales from the crypt. There was a joke in there about the lady getting her Ozzy Osbourne tattoo removed, which, you know, that's what you should do if you have an Ozzy Osbourne tattoo. Let me check out my notes here quick and see if there's there's some like shitty experimental jazz playing that was like very of its time, and that shit sucked. I mean, not really. Crypt Keeper comes out. He's dressed like the fucking Beatles now, all of them, and the same person. He's just an amalgam of all of them, just dancing, singing, saying something about sucking dick, and we're out. And he heads on over to dwnproductions.net, where he buys the finest masks on the planet, made by me. And then he says, "Hey, Tommy, can you do any custom work?" And I'll say, "Well, sure, buddy. Just let me know what you're looking for, and I'll see if I can accommodate you." And then he says, "Well, that's spectacular, Tommy. Do you know where I can get any Scream shirts?" And I look at him for a second, shake my head in disgust, and I say, "If that's a shitty pun for t-shirts there, old Crypt Keeper, old KC, then yes, I do. You can head on over to fastcustomshirts.com, where there's hundreds and hundreds of ghoulish, delightful good shirts." Head on over to Fast Custom Shirts, dwnproductions.net. If you liked whatever the fuck this was, come back early Monday mornings and listen to our podcast right here on the YouTube page or at boygob.com. Or don't. It's your life. And I hope you live it the best way you can. All right. Until next time, boy gob.